Jogging. Jogging. Stop like this. I could give a fucking. Drop it. Jump it.
Hey there, folks. Looks like we're up and running everywhere. Live from across the interwebs. straight to your ear holes. That's a weird way to put it. Sorry about that, folks. So yeah, welcome to KFTS Live. I am your host, as always, here to bring you progressive commentary, entertainment, and real stories. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, we are here to cover a variety of topics from the local and national level politics to the pundit gossip and everyday nonsense. In addition to live streams, this channel also does protest coverage, interviews, video essays, mini docs, and exposés. So if you want to see more from this channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to support this channel, give the stream a like and leave a comment below. If you want to go a step further, you can become a monthly producer of the show for the price of a cup of coffee. We take $0 from sponsorships here, so the only way this channel grows is with support from viewers like you, PBS style. Details are in the description below. Now, with all that out of the way, it's time to move on with the show. All right, so we got some interesting topics to go over today. Oh, thanks. Jesus loves you. All right, all right. Wasn't expecting that right away for the comments, but I guess, you know, when you're going vertical. All right, let's see what we can dive into right here. I think we will start with look at this. I am so prepared right now. I'm just so ready for all this. Hold on 1 second, folks. Technical difficulties. It wouldn't be my stream without it. All right, that's just how it works. As a matter of fact,
they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
it's true. All right, let's get into some national news first. So here we go. This is U.S. soldier charged with using classified info to win $400,000 on Maduro raid pleads not guilty. So this is kind of what happens when you turn world events into a betting market. Yeah. Pretty nuts. So this is originally from the Associated Press. New York, U.S. Special Forces soldier pleaded not guilty Tuesday to charges that he used classified information about the mission to capture former Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro to win more than $400,000 on the prediction market, poly market. It's literally, it's just gambling. Stop calling it prediction market. It's so stupid. I hate it. Ken Van Dyke, 38, pleaded or entered the plea as he was charged with unlawful use of confidential government information for personal gain, theft of non-public government information, commodities fraud, wired fraud, and making an unlawful monetary transaction. He was released on $250,000 bail, and his travel was restricted to portions of New York, North Carolina, California, and points necessary to travel in between. The case comes during heavy scrutiny on prediction markets, which allow people to trade or wager on almost anything, as policymakers call for stricter regulations of the platforms amid concerns about insider trading. And yeah, it is a pretty big thing that happens with these. It's kind of not even a secret. If you, man, I wish I had this video pulled up, but literally the insider trading is kind of the point on a lot of these. But one of these, I don't think it was Polymarket. It was one of the other betting apps, but they literally admitted that, like yeah, it's not. They called it something different, but they're basically like, oh yeah, it's not. It's just we just trust people not to do insider trading, and then they basically described insider trading, and the person that was interviewing them was like, well, you just called it that, and they're like, no, we think it's just it's like a dynamic this or that something. And it's like, all right, dude. Let me see if this video is related to this. A lot of times it'll be, you know, clickbaity stuff. Let me see.
President Trump laid out his election year agenda in a speech to Republicans today with little mention of Venezuela. But at least for now on Capitol Hill, issues like affordability are largely being overshadowed by debate over Venezuela's future. Backlash from Democrats.
Well, it does kind of have to do with that, but not quite. But yeah, this is why legal betting on world events is bad, folks. Don't do that. Oh, we got a chat from Hi There saying hi. Hello. Hello there. All right. Next thing. So yeah, takeaway from this is betting on world events, not good, especially when insider trading is so easy. People that are like, you know, in charge of these operations can literally just bet on the outcome because they know what it is. So there's that. Oh, yes, yes. White House is reportedly working around its own restrictions on AI company Anthropic. So, you know, these guys are all about rule of law and all that. After blacklisting Anthropic, Axios now reports the White House is actively working on ways to get around its own restrictions on the AI company. CNN News Central's Kate Bolden gets details from Axios tech reporter Maria Curry. All right, yeah, let's see.
After blacklisting AI company Anthropic, there is new reporting now that the White House is actively working on essentially ways to get around their own restrictions. This is coming from Axios. According to sources, an executive order has been drafted by the Trump administration, a way to, quote, dial down the Anthropic fight. You'll recall it was back in February that the administration ordered all federal agencies and military-linked contractors to stop working with Anthropic, designating the company a supply chain risk, which was an attempt to punish Anthropic after the company refused to let the Pentagon use.
They don't. Everything with the Trump admin, it's all about like threatening companies to get them to fall in line with what they want them to do. I think Anthropic was one of the only AI companies that's like, hey, we don't want you using our AI for like targeting purposes and military use. So White House, you know, Trump and all the officials are all like, well, fuck you then. We'll just not use you. But, you know, turns out Anthropic's one of the better systems to use, and they just really want to.
Its AI without restriction. But now Anthropic's new Mythos model seems to be too important or too good to pass up. Joining us right now is Maria Curry. She's the Axios reporter behind this new report. As I read this, I was just, it was fascinating, the like turnabout that is being attempted here. But tell me what you're learning and tell us more about what you're learning the White House is considering here, and what does it mean for this fight that the Pentagon has already picked with Anthropic?
Right, so this is an effort from the White House to get industry feedback and figure out a way to get around its own decision earlier this year to designate Anthropic a supply chain risk, meaning that, you know, no one can use this technology because it is so dangerous. This is usually treatment that is reserved for, you know, foreign adversary countries. Now the White House is rethinking this strategy. It was once fully aligned with the Pentagon on this designation, but with the release of Mythos, this model is so powerful in...
Okay, so basically my assessment before starting this video was correct. Yeah, it's just rules for thee and not for me, though. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. Thanks, Trump. Oh yeah, this is some super sketchy stuff right here. So this is from the official, you know, whitehouse.gov. This is US launched or US launched. I don't understand. Is it supposed to be US, United States launched the White House app? All right. Here's the little their advertisement they made for it.
There's been a lot of launches lately.
As you can see right away, just with the war propaganda, using that as a joke. Pretty funny stuff.
There's been a lot of launches lately. Relax. This one's an app. Track the latest news, live streams, and everything White House, including the kind everyone's talking about.
Literally, like, I don't know if anyone's been watching The Boys at all. Yeah, they can't even you can't even parody this stuff anymore. It's like that crazy. Like, really? We're just using the upbeat, like, oh, here's Apple trying to sell you the new iPhone music behind, like, hey, look, we're killing people. We're dropping bombs on people. Look at this sweet app, though. Isn't that cool? Like, what? Psychotic stuff. I don't know, man. Let's look a little further into this app, though. Looks like the White House app is riddled with cybersecurity vulnerabilities. Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say the cybersecurity vulnerabilities are the point of the app. Apparently, this has some kind of social media features as well, so that's a little weird. Just seems kind of like a second Trump truth like social, but just through the official White House channels. But yeah, let's take a closer look here. Cybersecurity experts' review of the app have turned up some concerns about the undisclosed data it collects. Actually, hold on one sec. I might have something here. Let's see what these guys have to say real quick.
And now he's got one for the history books. Organizers estimate October 18th's No Kings protests held in more than 2,700 locations across the country.
Okay. All right. I hate that. Let me just put some videos in an article that is unrelated. That's fine. Let me go back to here. Anyway, cybersecurity researchers warn that the White House's new app regularly shares users' IP addresses, time zones, and other data to third-party services. But most of its users wouldn't know that because the app doesn't disclose its data sharing the way most others do. So that little list that's supposed to tell you what they're getting into in the Play Store, App Store, whatever, apparently doesn't do that. The cybersecurity experts' reviews of the app code turned up a host of issues they say make data for both users and White House staffers vulnerable. So, wow, even on the other end, it's like makes everything more vulnerable. Interesting. Several told Notice? What was that? Oh, that's this. My bad. I'm really dumb. I have not looked into this publication before. They were shocked by the slipshod approach to the cybersecurity by the federal government, especially while the U.S. is engaged in war. Yeah. Hasn't Iran gotten into some U.S. government official stuff before as well? I feel like I remember seeing that. The U.S. government's infrastructure is being attacked from all sides right now, and having an amateur WordPress developer running the White House's public presence puts everyone who visits it at risk. Philip Fields, a cybersecurity researcher and former FBI intelligence analyst, told Notice. If this were just some random app out of the App Store representing whatever small business, this would not be a story. But it's not. And this is the White House. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird. Like, what is this app running on, like, ning.com social media stuff? That's kind of weird. The app ranks as the third most downloaded news app in the Apple Store as of Friday. The White House released an app last week, and Trump on Monday promoted it as a source for front row access to all the news from your favorite president. He encouraged all of his fans to download it. White House press release announcing the app's launch said that it delivers unparalleled access to the Trump administration. Like, wow, fantastic. So this will deliver you an unparalleled amount of access, as in, like, unlimited amounts of propaganda, all the propaganda you could want from the Trump admin. It delivers all of the cybersecurity stuff that, they're they start tracking you and even further than they could before. So if you'd like to personally bug your device for the federal government, go ahead and download this app. If you would not like any of these, if these things do not sound good to you, maybe don't download it. I'd probably recommend no one download this. One sec here. All right, we'll skip that. Some more stuff on it. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. GOP reps want the same benefits for Americans serving in Israeli army. IDF soldiers would get the same protections as those serving in U.S. National Guard or reserves. I don't think they should. Probably should not. I don't think that serving in the IDF should get you U.S. benefits. Sounds like a terrible idea. Maybe we don't do that. How about that? How about we just stop giving Israel money and weapons to commit genocide and try to, put together the whole Greater Israel Project. Stop invading their neighbors, doing all that. Perhaps maybe we stop doing that. But no, this is what Republicans are pushing for, I guess. This was from actually a while ago, too. Look at this, May 21st, 2024. So this has been a thing for a while. I guess I just heard about it. Interesting. And what might sound like something out of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, or for the most modern twist, Seinfeld's Bizarro World. Oh, wow. This tells you... I'm sorry, this tells you, like, the age of this writer right here. For the more modern twist, let's go with Seinfeld. 2 Republican congressmen have introduced legislation that would extend the same employment protections to Americans serving in the Israeli army as Americans who leave work and home to serve in the U.S. military. In other words, no different than the U.S. National Guardsmen or reservists. They are just fighting for another country. Like, how insane is that? No, we don't need to pay people for fighting for a completely different country. That's insane. Let's not. Jesus Christ. All right, that's pretty much it. Has not come to be so far, but, this is the type of stuff that, people are still pushing. Both, I shouldn't even say just Republicans. It's both Democrats and Republicans that are pushing stupid stuff like this. But yeah, something to look into further if anyone would want to do that. Yeah. We are bombarding America's forest with Roundup. Despite cancer fear, Trump admin pushes herbicide. This all has to do with the EPA regulations being totally fucking fucked by the Trump admin, like, the second that he got back in. They're like, get rid of all environmental protections, get rid of them all. We want to dismantle the National Forest Service. Like, I'm exaggerating, but not by much, honestly. Like, that second part was true. But just, not every single regulation they have gotten to yet, but they're working on it.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman.
Ooh, that's actually like a 50-minute video. Hold on. Let's get into this article. Okay, it looks
Justices at the U.S.
We'll watch a
Supreme
little bit of
Court
this.
heard arguments on Monday in a case that could determine whether thousands of cancer patients can keep.
Okay, my bad. It's time-stamped at the correct position. So this is about this. The effects of herbicide used, not good for people. I'll just put that out there. Call me crazy.
Suing the manufacturers of the popular weed killer glyphosate, or Roundup. The pesticide was developed by Monsanto, which was bought by Bayer in 2018. Critics of Roundup have long alleged a link between the herbicide and cancer. On Monday, justices appeared to...
Which is weird that they say alleged, but I believe them. But I was pretty sure that it is, like, proven that it does cause cancer. As far as I know, I think pretty sure I've seen... I don't know. Maybe they don't. It's not been legally counted that way. Maybe it needs to be approved by like some government agency that it does. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it has been proven that it does. So I don't know.
...be split on whether a federal law that regulates the sale and marketing of herbicides preempts state-level lawsuits against manufacturers. The case centers on whether the federal government or states should decide what warning labels should be put on herbicides. The main plaintiff in the case is a Missouri man named John Durnell. He's alleged 2 decades of exposure to the chemical caused him to develop blood cancer. A jury found Bayer had failed to warn him of the risks associated with Roundup and awarded him $1.25 million in damages. The Trump administration, which is called Roundup Safe, is siding with Bayer.
Yikes. Hear that? Yeah, this stuff is definitely safe. Don't look into this. This is one of many lawsuits that has been filed and won by a lot of people against like this huge multinational, like multi-billion-dollar company. Insane that like literally the Trump admin does not care if you live or die. They don't care if you get cancer. Like it's not just that. It's like there's so many like chronic illnesses you can get from like all these chemicals that the EPA regulations were meant to guard against that they're now dismantling, and it's kind of terrifying. Like this is really like a long-term thing that you're not going to see until like much longer after like Trump is gone. But yeah, it is not good, and whoever's the president next needs to fucking put all these regulations back in place and probably increase them.
Meanwhile, Mother Jones and the Center for Investigative Reporting have just released a major investigation looking at how the U.S. Forest Service has been rapidly expanding its use of the herbicide despite concerns about Roundup safety. In a moment, we'll be joined by investigative reporter Nate Halverson. But first, let's turn to excerpts of a short documentary he made as part of the investigation he did with data reporter Melissa Lewis.
We found that over the past 20 years, the use of glyphosate has more than quadrupled in California forests.
Check out this map that Melissa made. We only have these numbers on California because the state is crazy enough to make everyone report their pesticide use. And thank God they do, because no other state apparently does it. And so we have almost no clue what it looks like elsewhere. Almost no clue. I dug up this crazy...
Yeah, it's not good. This is why public infrastructure is so important, and dismantling everything just because, like, you tell everyone it's going to save $1 or $2. Like, it's going to save who money? Is that going to save you your health bill down the road with all these pesticides being dumped around, like, where you live? Like, no. This isn't, like, what do you get out of the government supposedly saving money? Like, so what? We can use that money instead to go to fucking more wars in the Middle East? Oh, hey, comment. Oh, hey, didn't know you stream. I really appreciate your PH coverage. I wish it wasn't necessary, but here we are. Yep, that is true. Yeah, thanks for the comment.
Long appendix to another crazy long EPA report, and guess what? It gives me an estimate for national use. And you know where it estimated that 90% of forest spraying was happening? In southern states. So California is only a drop in the bucket. These southern states are some of the biggest timber producers in the country, and companies are using it right after they log the land, spraying glyphosate everywhere to make way for the next generation of trees. The timber companies and the Forest Service are using Roundup in the woods to help trees grow back faster. And then one day, they can cut them all down again, make more money, and repeat the process. They are treating millions of acres of forest.
Yeah, not good stuff. Yeah, really good reporting from Mother Jones and Democracy Now! If you don't know about them, you should definitely go follow Democracy Now! Mother Jones as well, good news source. Moving on. We got an update on our boy Cash Money Patel over here. Cash Patel got arrested for public urination after a night of drinking. Damn. Am I going to get sued for saying that out loud? Uh-oh. Well, I'm assuming not, since this is published. So that means the story is verified. Especially from The Intercept. Also a good news source. If you don't follow them, definitely do that. They're one of the only places following, you know, the Gaza genocide and international matters when it pertains to, you know, the U.S. and how we spend our money abroad. But yeah, Cash Patel got arrested for public urination after a night of drinking. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. The FBI director was arrested twice in his youth for alcohol-related incidents that he said were not representative of my usual conduct. Oh, see? Oh, man, it's in his youth. Boo, headline. Boo. I guess I could have just read that a little bit more. That's fine. I mean, does this not show consistency between what has been said? Patel was twice arrested in incidents involving alcohol, once for public intoxication, once for public urination after leaving a bar. He admitted in a 2005 letter about disclosures on his Florida bar application. Oh yeah, that's so crazy. This dude is a lawyer. Like, and I thought his only thing he did that was famous was, you know, him making that children's book about the king and the evil Queen Hillary, whatever the fuck. Oh my God, it's so bad. I gotta bring that up next time. But yeah, guy has been arrested for being a sloppy drunk boy. That's about it. Boo headline though. Yeah, for real. That was some clickbaity stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I just pulled that right before streaming. I do have a lot more local related stuff we're gonna go over after this as well. We got, let's see, Marco Rubio rebranding the State Department as explicitly Christian. So that's fun. Shall establish no state religion, or, you know, however that goes. Like, what the shit, dude? What are we, a theocracy here now? Is that what we're trying to do? Well, I mean, that is what Republicans are trying to do, but I don't think anyone else is trying to do that. Since Rubio became Secretary of State, the department has only marked Christian and Jewish holidays on its Instagram while boosting clear religious messaging. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do that. But, I mean, that's been a Republican thing anytime they've been in office. Well, I mean, no, even Bush, like, celebrated, or, like, put out, like, he wasn't explicitly, like, against, Islam openly, okay, like when he was doing speeches and stuff, he wasn't like we're attacking these damn, like, I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but you know, I know that the government was totally fucking horrible to Muslims. The FBI was entrapping people, you know, like kids that would definitely not be actual terrorists, and just throwing people in Guantanamo, doing all kinds of fucked up shit. But like, I don't think he went so far as to be like, this country is only Christian. Does that make any sense to people? So yeah, the State Department has shifted its public image in favor of explicit Christian messaging and iconography and away from secular and multicultural causes. An analysis by The Intercept of the department's Instagram posts have found. Yeah, definitely a lot of white nationalists, white white Bowery stuff going on around the department there. Posts marking Passover, Good Friday, and Easter in 2026 included explicitly religious messaging, including imagery of Christian crosses and references to Christ's sacrifice and the resurrection. The Intercepts analysis, which cataloged the department's Instagram post from 2020 through early 2026, found these posts show a clear range in messaging not only from the Biden years, but also from Donald Trump's first term. Interesting. From a digital diplomacy point of view, this looks like more than a change in images. It suggests a shift in how the U.S. government is presenting itself online, said Cornelia, I can't pronounce, professor of digital diplomacy at the University of Oxford. In earlier years, posts projected a broad and inclusive image, what you might call the shiny city on the hill. 2026 pattern points to a narrower and more controlled message about strength and authority. Fortress America. Yeah, that's pretty much accurate, I'd say. I don't know if anyone's been following the State Department and the White House, what they've been posting, just all across social media, but yeah, it's pretty insane propaganda stuff. What do we got here? Oh man, look out! We got the big scary Mamdani here. Mamdani! That's right. So he's on Fox News, so that must mean that he's doing something scary. Let's see what Mamdani has to say. Mamdani! Oh, it'd help if I put on the volume, though. Come on. What scary thing is he doing involving Mario Kart? No? They don't want you to know, folks. What the hell? All right, hold on a sec. What's going on here? It's a deep state.
To give it that turbo boost to cross the finish line. Or if you are a Mario Kart fan, government is Yoshi and philanthropy is the golden mushroom. That edge we need to beat Bowser on the Rainbow Road. To belabor this metaphor even further, Bowser is corporate greed in this scenario. Government is driving the race car, and philanthropy is there to give it that turbo.
Okay. That was the most innocuous shit I've ever heard. Like, dude, these fucking conservative news places have to be fucking struggling at this point. Like, they got nothing. This is what they're trying to be like. Mamdani uses Mario Kart to push socialist agenda in New York City. Fucking whoa, dude. Damn. That's so terrifying. That's just crazy. Get out of here, Tabs. I'm done with you. All right, what else we got? Oh yes, there is the topic thing I could get into. The whole White House Correspondents' Dinner. You know what? Let's take a look at some NH related things actually first. Do some NH talk, y'all. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So we might look out everyone that lives in or around the Appalachian Mountains, because yeah, apparently there's electronic gold down there, lots of lithium oxide.
That's what all the fuss is about.
This might just look like a regular rock, but what's in it can help power phones.
It's not just a rock, it's a boulder.
Laptops, and even cars. It's called lithium oxide.
So the lithium occurs in a mineral called spodumene. And
hold on, wait. I'm sure that the Forestry Service getting dismantled national parks being defunded is definitely not going to have anything to do with this at all in the future. Just gotta put that out there.
Spodumene occurs in these rocks that are called pegmatites. Pegmatites have very large crystals. So we can actually handle the spodumene. It can be extracted, processed, and the lithium oxide extracted from the mineral.
How does that process compare to the mining of metals like lead or copper? University of New Hampshire earth science professor Matt Davis says it's cleaner.
Is it though? We'll see.
Does not produce sulfuric acid, but an environmental assessment of spodumene mining to extract lithium oxide should be done. This.
Oh wait, so he says it's cleaner, but there's not research to prove that?
Matt Davis says it's cleaner. It does not produce sulfuric acid, but an environmental assessment.
Okay, but sulfuric acid is not the only determining factor as to whether or not it's polluting. So, just excluding one chemical doesn't mean that there's nothing in it. The extraction process, that could be bad for the environment / people in said environment.
It says it's cleaner. It does not produce sulfuric acid, but an environmental assessment of spodumene mining to extract lithium oxide should be done. This report, put out by the U.S. Geological.
This report, slap. I love their editing. That's nice.
Survey projects the world production capacity for lithium will double by 2029 due to an increase in.
Oof. Yeah, they're about to mine everything in our country and just turn this place into a even further corporate shithole. We're all gonna be poisoned. We're all dying. It's over, folks. Just kidding. Vote progressive.
Demand.
This is a new resource that is
the real ones. Vote left, as far left as you can possibly vote. Dear God, folks.
is in demand. So I think it puts us in a position where we can evaluate the potential for extracting that resource for economic good.
All the report says is that a lot of lithium oxide exists here in New Hampshire with no plans to mine it, but possibly the potential to.
It would be good for policymakers.
Whoa, hold on, folks. I got my first chat from Twitch, and it's a bot. Thank you, bot, for your valuable comment. I appreciate you watching.
To evaluate what would need to be done to mine spodumene in New Hampshire.
And we have reached out to the New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services to find out what the steps would be for something like this to happen in New Hampshire. We're waiting to hear back. Live in studio.
Yeah, waiting to hear back. We'll see about that. You know, I'm going to put a pin in this, and I think it would probably be good to look into the the exact mining process that it takes to extract lithium, but I don't think it's as clean cut as they're trying to make it out. Overall, probably not a good thing for New Hampshire. Just got to put that out there. Oh, yeah. Granite Post recently put out your guide to May Day events in New Hampshire. Across the Granite State, communities are organizing to support the workers' rights and fair wages. Swipe to find out how you can take action near you this May Day. Yep, Friday, May 1st. So, yeah. International Workers' Day, also known as May Day, commemorates historic struggle for an 8-hour workday and broader fight for fair working conditions. Amid rising costs, global tensions, immigration enforcement, and the Trump administration's attack on public programs, this year's theme, Workers Over Billionaires, I like it, calls for no school, no work, no shopping. All right? Hear that, folks? Get all your fucking shopping done tonight. Don't shop nowhere tomorrow. Oh, is this a real person? Black Bean Darbine. Hi. How's it going? Let's see. Next slide. Grafton County. There's some events going on. Hanover, Rise Together Rally, Dartmouth College, events in Plymouth, Merrimack Valley, Concord, Hooksett, Manchester. This is from the Granite Post. NH. This is on Instagram. You can go to granitepost.com to check out the full details there. But yeah, buy all your stuff today. Don't buy nothing tomorrow. Worker solidarity, y'all. Oh, yes. Our fair land was visited by a witch this past week. She has brought a curse to the Democrats in New Hampshire.
The Granite State had a high-profile visitor, former Secretary of State and
Gross.
First Lady Hillary Clinton was in Nashua on Saturday. She was at the McIntyre-Shaheen 100 Club dinner where the New Hampshire Democratic Party was raising money. The event ended before the shooting in D.C., but security was heightened in the area due to Clinton's status as a former First Lady.
Yeah, I guarantee you they had tighter security at this event than they did at the White House ballroom. Or not? Did I say ball? Jesus Christ! Fuck you, Trump, and all you right-wing fucks for getting that word just stuck in my fucking head. It's ballroom. We need a ballroom. The White House Correspondents' Dinner. Not a ballroom. That's what they want because of it. We're not talking about that right now. We're gonna talk about it soon. It's coming. But yeah, this is a good response from Arya here.
We didn't learn from last time. We didn't. So, we didn't learn. Comprehension. We didn't learn. So we didn't learn.
No, they did not. God damn it, Shaheen and McIntyre 100 Club. What the hell wrong with you? Like, seriously, you don't need to know Hillary goddamn Clinton here. Like, she's so goddamn unpopular. Nobody likes her. She's a warmonger. No, get her out. This does not help your case. Like, I don't even think they're trying to win like in these like midterms. It's ridiculous. Like, why are you hosting this? There's another interesting couple details from this, and then we'll move on. This is from NHPR about this event. Clinton and NH Democrats look back at Shaheen's career and ahead to 2026 midterms. Oh boy. Jane Shaheen, just so awesome. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton joined New Hampshire Democrats in Nashua Saturday for the McIntyre-Shaheen dinner, a majority state party fundraiser. There was no food at this year's $200 per seat dinner, but Democrats who gathered in the ballroom of the Sheraton Hotel seemed mostly sated by the praise party leaders past and present heaped on Senator Jean Shaheen, this evening's honoree. Wow. So it was just like a giant suck fest over here with the special guest Hillary Clinton. Yeah. I don't know what I was going for in that. What was I going to say? Glazing or something? But yeah, just that giant Shaheen glaze fest here. Along with, special party clown Hillary, raising money, not using that money for anything helpful. Oh yes. This is a pretty interesting story that this all happened at least a couple weeks ago, and just now they're talking about some possible repercussions for this.
Mr. Corcoran's words are an affront not only to Jewish people, but to all people who are committed to the free exchange of ideas.
Hold up. I just got to pause this for 1 sec. I got to show you guys this. So my live restricted for some audiences on TikTok because it contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. Reason, harassment, and bullying. No shit. Let's see if it... Oh, can you see it? Can you see it? Oh, man. That's just too funny to me. I'm sorry. I just had to share that with you guys. Who am I bullying? Wait. Hold on. Never mind. Listen, they're public figures. You're allowed to bully them, okay? They're supposed to be our representatives. Who can you bully if not them? Like, are you kidding me? Come on. That's like the whole the Fox News Network's job is to bully other politicians. Like, get out of here. Damn you.
Of violence or murder.
Jewish religious and community leaders came to Concord Monday, calling for State Representative Travis Corcoran to face consequences for a recent social media post. Corcoran responded to an invitation from Representative Jessica Grill to join the karaoke caucus by posting on X, quote, "We need a final solution for theater kids in politics."
Yeah, pretty fucked up thing to say.
Representative Grill is Jewish.
I did not know Representative Grill.
Like, whether or not she was Jewish, it doesn't matter. That's fucked up. And look at this guy is just starting to say, oh, I didn't know she was Jewish. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, don't call for a final solution to any group of people. How about that, bud?
It's in politics. Representative Grill is Jewish.
I did not know Representative Grill was Jewish when I made the comment. There are nearly 400 members of this House. I do not keep track of my colleagues' religious backgrounds. The claim that this was targeted at her because of her background is false.
Corcoran blasted the hearing as a, quote, full-blown piece of political theater.
The joke is now being treated as though it were an act of malice, and sarcasm is being recast as hate speech.
Like, what do you mean it's not an act of malice? Like, huh? What a dumb fuck this guy is.
This is absurd.
After speaking,
you're right, it is absurd.
Corcoran stood up, left the hearing room, and did not return. Representative.
Yeah, like a little bitch, dude. That's so fucked. Like, what? How are you gonna like just not stay for your own reprimanding like hearing? Like, really? You can't be a man and like face what you said. You're just gonna like say stuff and then just walk out. Like, seriously? Little baby boy behavior over here from Republicans in this state.
Grill testified, calling for the committee to recommend Corcoran be expelled.
As a Jewish lawmaker, the use of this phrase, final solution, is especially disturbing. It is not vague or thoughtless. It is not a poorly worded joke. It is targeted language with a specific historical meaning.
Representative Corcoran had one fellow legislator speak in his defense. Several others demanded accountability within the range of recommendations available to the committee, saying no matter the intent, the House must stand against this kind of language.
You have the power to reprimand, censure, and expel.
Yeah, like, I don't even agree with this whole like an intent thing. Like, stop trying to like stop trying to make it like about that. Like, really, come on.
That there's behavior that would
like this guy should not be given the benefit of a doubt. Like, he literally was just like, I didn't do shit wrong, and then he walked out. Like, stop giving him the benefit of a doubt. Like, come on.
If this isn't it, what is? What's going to be acceptable?
No, all in. Oh man, I missed some stuff.
Next.
In Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Oh, okay, that was it. But yeah, that's pretty messed up. So
before we get started,
hey, no. I gotta turn the autoplay off. I forget about that. They're trying to ding me, folks. So yeah, this is the person that was targeted, but with that particular statement.
Chester's Ward 12, here in response to remarks made by a fellow representative, Travis Corcoran from Ware. The TLDR is I sent out an email invitation to the whole body, inviting members, friends, etc. to a bipartisan casual karaoke night. He chose to respond with the statement that we need a final solution for theater kids in politics, and then chose to double down. Very strange reason to get up and drive someplace on a Monday morning, I'll admit. We've heard similar condemnations from Governor Sununu when he was in office. He was very quick to condemn his own party when they would say.
Yeah, and this is kind of a pattern with both the Republicans and the so-called free state libertarians that run as Republicans in New Hampshire, is that they have quite the history of saying pretty like racist and bigoted things, like pretty foul shit. They've been in the news before a few times. And yeah, just stuff like that keeps occurring.
Say things to a similar extent. So I think it's surprising and also disappointing from Governor Ayotte, especially knowing she does have the support of a lot of conservative and Republican Jews in the New Hampshire community. Not hearing from her was disappointing. I was very glad to have condemnation from Speaker Packard as well as Minority Leader Alexis Simpson. But I think ultimately everyone has the choice what they do or don't speak out on. But I think we would like to hear from Governor Ayotte and have her show leadership on this issue, especially knowing that it isn't just a Democrat or Republican issue. Representative Jessica.
Yeah, I don't think Ayotte's gonna say anything. She can't risk alienating the the Nazis in the base, dude. Don't want to alienate some of your voters. This is from Arya. He did a public testimony during that the reprimanding hearing. And we're just going to listen to what he has to say because I think this is good. I agree with what he says, and it's important.
Tolerate the demand for a quote-unquote final solution. We are effectively signaling for the end of a livable New Hampshire, one in which neighbors aren't openly murdering each other out on the streets. Travis Corcoran speaks the loudest when he's behind a screen on X because it's the only place that still rewards his vitriol. Trust me.
Hold on a sec, guys. We're gonna restart that because I don't know if that was at the beginning, but restarting.
He won't ever tell you to your face because that takes conviction. He tells people to use racial slurs as a measure of protest, but we're curious why he won't say it himself. I'm here to tell you that my love for this state is not a whisper. It is loud, it is boisterous, and it is a fighter. Real love is not the absence of anger. It is the presence of conviction. It is the strength to meet hate head on and tell it we refuse to tolerate intolerance. If you do not hold this member accountable, you are telling every resident of this state their dignity is a secondary concern to a troll's performance. I'd tell him, if he had the spine, to stick around in this room. That screen is gone, Travis. We see the blueprint you're following, and we are standing in your way. I urge this committee to choose moral clarity over the paradox of silence. Hold them accountable. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 100% agree there. This must have been after the dude decided to run away because he just wants to say stuff online and not face accountability. Who cares, right? But just as an example of like what the NH Libertarians been up to, this is from March 4th, 2026. NHPR. NH Libertarian Party says, perfectly permissible to kill former executive counselor for income tax plan. Like, hey guys, maybe we stop joking about murdering people. Maybe we stop doing that. You ever think of that? New Hampshire Libertarian Party? You guys want to be so fucking free. Yet all you want to talk about is jokes about murdering people. So crazy. New Hampshire Libertarian Party made calls on X Tuesday. So this is from a couple months ago, saying political violence aimed at former executive counselor Andrew Volinsky and his proposal to introduce an income tax was legitimate. Let me see. Is this a link to that? I'm assuming it's still up. Yes, it is morally legitimate to kill any politician who poses a credible threat of introducing an income tax for New Hampshire. Quoting the Libertarian Party, New Hampshire, official X account. So yeah, there's the tweet. It's still up, of course. Volinsky, a Democrat, and other advocates are proposing a plan that would institute a 3% income tax for all residents and a tax of $3 per 1,000 of equalized property value for all homeowners to pay for public education. Public education? Why would we want that? Oof. They don't want no public education. That's not very free state. Volinsky is threatening to force... Hold on, this is a quote from them. Volinsky is threatening the forced conscription of millions of hours of labor under libertarian ethical theory. Hold on. I'm sorry. Just libertarian ethical put together just made me laugh. I'm sorry. It is under libertarian ethical theory, it is perfectly permissible to kill him, the party wrote on Tuesday, followed by additional posts on Wednesday, including a poll asking ex-users when violence against a politician is legitimate. And these are the same guys that'll be like, hey man, you know that the reason that people keep trying to assassinate Trump is because of Democrats' violent rhetoric. Right. Like who? Name one. Like no Democrats are out here being like saying shit like this. Like zero, none. Point me in the direction. Doesn't happen. Yeah. Walensky said he contacted law enforcement. New Hampshire Department of Justice is aware of the reported social media post involving Libertarian Party of New Hampshire and former Executive Counsel Andrew Walensky. Michael Garrity, Communications Director for the State Attorney General's Office, said in a statement to NHPR, "We take any allegation involving potential threats of violence seriously, but would not comment on the existence or status of any potential investigations at this time," Garrity said. They didn't do anything. No, they don't care. I'm going to tell you right now. They're not working on investigating that. They don't give a shit. NHPR has reached out to the Libertarian Party and Governor Kelly Ayotte for comment. So, I wonder if they ever got back. It says this is a developing story, but it has not been updated thus far. So, it looks like Ayotte has nothing. Oop. What the hell? Hold on one sec, y'all. Just got to do a thing over here. There we go. But yeah, good stuff. That's the party. That's the Libertarian Party / Republicans in NH. This is the kind of stuff they get up to. Matter of fact, I have another example that I found that I totally did not even see. This is from 4 years ago. Ready? These guys want to be so free, they don't even want to be in the United States.
The Civil War may have ended 150 years ago, but a group of Republican lawmakers want the Granite State to secede from the Union. 7 state reps have sponsored a state constitutional amendment to declare New Hampshire's independence and proceed as a sovereign nation. Representative Michael Sylvia.
Yes, New Hampshire would definitely work as a sovereign nation, for sure.
His co-sponsors are
especially with libertarians running it, where there is zero funding for any public utilities whatsoever. I'm sure that New Hampshire would be a great nation. Yeah.
serious about disbanding the Union. They say they believe it would work out better for the Granite State.
Some believe that the question of independence has been settled.
Like, dude, these guys are such a joke. How are we letting these guys take over the state? Stop. We need to vote. We need Dems that are not shitbag corrupt as them, that'll actually do stuff to help the working class. We need more Heath Howards. We need people with ideas like fucking him and John Kuiper, Paige Boschman. Like these are all fucking people with really good ideas and plans for fucking doing actual good in New Hampshire. Meanwhile, like, these clowns are saying like the most ridiculous shit, like writing up fucking nonsense fucking legislation like this. Absolutely ridiculous.
They say they believe it would work out better for the Granite State.
Some believe that the question of independence has been settled. If so, then our state's sovereignty has been stolen.
House Democratic leader
Here, John, Heath, and Page. Yes.
Rennie Cushing slammed the bill as the, quote, most unpatriotic piece of...
Oh, yeah. I can't forget. Karishma Manzar for Senate. 100%.
...he has ever seen come through the New Hampshire House.
But yeah, that's what those guys get up to. Oh, no. Look at it. See, this is what happens when I don't turn off autoplay. They try to shut me down. It's a deep state, folks. Oh, yeah, let's get on to our title topic, I guess. But before that, I gotta say, so I had uploaded a video involving going over some Alex Jones drama on TikTok, and they were immediately like, is that Alex Jones? Hell no, that's disinformation. Block it. But I was like, hey, no, it's not. I'm just making fun of him. And yeah, I won. Contento restored, but completely unable to see now, like not being promoted. I think it's got like 7 views. So if you guys want to see some stupid, some fun stuff, go check out Onion Wars episode 4, A New Cope. It's on the TikTok and all that. I'm on like it's all the platforms now, I think. They'll probably invent some new ones, just so I get annoyed and have to use those too. So here we're gonna go over some White House correspondence dinner stuff here. So this post is by Matt Walsh. It says no other president has been directly targeted this many times by serious assailants, and I think JFK might want to have a word with you. Lincoln, perhaps. Maybe he's saying nobody has been targeted like that many times and like not gotten away with it. I don't know. But I just thought that was hilarious. And also this headline he's going with, Trump has faced 6 assassination attempts. After him, they're coming for you. Are you guys worried? You guys worried that the Trump assassins are coming for you specifically? So fucking stupid. Next. All right. So here was the red carpet type deal, the interviews they were doing before the whole thing happened.
It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great. I'm looking forward to hearing it. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the
Ooh. Damn, you hear that shit? I don't know, man. I don't know. Highly coincidental. All right, let's see. What do we got next? Believe this is some witness testimony of the events.
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Levitt, the press secretary's husband. He was one of our guests. He was seated right next to me. And, right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened. And then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV. You do a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some...
Oh,
sounds like we lost Aisha's phone there. And this happens, by the way, especially when you have so many people attempting to use.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God did that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Very coincidental. Ooh. Getting cut off.
So what really surprised me was...
All right, so let's go over some, how was security at the White House Correspondents' Dinner? Like, how did this guy get through here? This is more eyewitness testimony, I believe.
So what really surprised me was how lax the security.
That dude doing the magic trick, though. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the picture of Melania's face going like I really want to know if that was because of this guy, just blowing her mind with something, or if that's when the shots were fired. But this lady over here is like, damn. Trump looks like he's sleeping.
How lax the security measures were here. in Washington at such an event. So when I arrived at the hotel facility, there were protesters outside, and everyone who was able to show a screenshot of the invitation for this dinner was allowed in. Which was something I found quite strange. And then the only obstacle between the general hotel facility and the ballroom were some metal detectors, but you didn't even have to take off your jacket in order to enter the ballroom. So this was something that really surprised me. It was the first time that Donald Trump, in his role as the US president, attended this event, and it was only a few minutes after he arrived when suddenly chaos erupted. People were on the floor, they were hiding under the tables. Some people were saying shooting. The president was evacuated, and after a couple of minutes, people were standing up again, and nobody really knew what was going on. In the end,
You know what I think the problem is here?
They're idiots! They don't know Dickie McGee's axe!
So here's some coverage of JD Vance getting pulled away when shots are heard to be going off. And as an afterthought, they decide to go back for Trump. Fucking zoom in. Oh my god, I wish I had the I wish I had the fucking music. Yeah, I wonder if he tripped there or if he was like, I'm supposed to get down, right? Is that what I'm supposed to do now? I get down? But yeah, wonderful job, guys. Good job getting the young one away. Like, what? You think that there was a calculation? They're like, Trump's harder to get up. Like, we can carry JD Vance away like a lot easier. Plus, like, Trump's like, what, 80-something now? Older than Biden was when he left office. Oh, this was good, too. Hold on. This is, several guests taking bottles of alcohol during the chaos. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the fingers, the like, take that. Taking the selfies with him, yeah. I wonder if they were complimentary. Also, there's been a bunch of AI stuff I've seen going around of like a lot of these the security videos. Just want everyone to know, like, there are original videos you can see, and then there are ones that people have made that were supposedly AI enhanced for you to be able to see what was going on, I believe. Easier was their excuse for it, which I don't think you should do that. It's probably a bad idea. Maybe leave the footage alone so people aren't like, what's this? What's going on here? Like, oh, why did this person's hand turn into a fucking spoon over here? But yeah, here's some tweets that came out right after this whole thing happened. MAGA accounts tweet in unison for the need for a White House ballroom following the White House Correspondents' Dinner incident. All these accounts, all at the same time. This is why President Trump needs to build the White House ballroom. This is why we need Trump's ballroom. Oh, wait, sorry, that was supposed to be louder. That's all caps. I'm not going to redo it, though. That's Libs of TikTok. Yeah, Shire Redchick, known for knowing what she's talking about. Thank God President Trump is building a ballroom at the White House. Now you know why the left is suing to block Trump's privately funded White House ballroom. Oh, interesting thing on that. Lindsey Graham is now going out there saying, like, we actually need like $400 million for this now. It's like, okay, I don't think you do, but we need a White House ballroom from Wall Street Marv over there. Meghan McCain. I don't want to hear one more fucking criticism of Trump's new ballroom at the White House. Like, why, Meghan McCain? Why do you get to what? Now you know why they don't want Trump to build a ballroom in the White House. I don't want to hear another word from Democrats. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. On and on and on and on and on and on and on. The Democrat judges who stopped the construction of a White House ballroom did so to enable an assassination of Trump, which almost happened tonight. John Roberts needs to get these thugs in order. Everyone sees what they're trying to do. Yeah. Yeah, we need the ballroom, guys. Here's Trump. What happened last night is exactly the reason that our great military, Secret Service, law enforcement, and for different reasons, every president for the last 150 years has been demanding that a large, safe, and secure ballroom be built on the grounds of the White House. All right. This event would never have happened with the militarily top-secret ballroom currently under construction at the White House. So it's so fucking top secret that he won't shut the fuck up about it. The military top secret ballroom. It's so fucking top secret, guys. So secret. It cannot be built fast enough. Well, beautiful, it has every highest level of security feature there is. Plus, there are no rooms sitting on top for unsecured people to pour in. Sitting on top? What? And is inside the gates of the most secure building in the world, the White House. The ridiculous ballroom lawsuit brought by a woman walking her dog who has absolutely no standing to bring such a suit must be dropped immediately. I don't know why no standing is capitalized there. Nothing should be allowed to interfere with its construction, which is on budget and substantially ahead of schedule. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. Don't let ladies walking dogs interfere with him building the fucking ballroom. None of this would have happened if he just had his big, super secret, military, top secret ballroom. Okay, so just give him the money. Just give him $400 million. Just give it to him. Come on. Here's where he talks about that. I think. Let's see.
And we looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building, and I didn't want to say this.
Cash looks like he's like shitting his pants slightly back here. It's like, he looks kind of like a Muppet dude.
But this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof. It's bulletproof glass. We need the.
So this was like right after this event too, wasn't it? Yeah, because they're wearing the tuxes. This is crazy. Like he just, yeah, I guess somebody tried to kill me or something, but we need a ballroom. Look how sleepy he looks, dude. Somebody get this man a fucking nap. Stat and Chucky Baba lay his ass down.
Attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof. It's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service. That's why the military are demanding it.
Is the military demanding a ballroom? Are they? Can we get confirmation on that?
They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for lots of different reasons, but today's a little bit different because
yeah, this was right after it too. That's crazy, dude.
Today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen.
Lizard people are old news. It's spoon people now. Yeah.
And
They call them Cardassians.
all of the conditions that took place tonight, and
Sounds like Kardashians, but it's not. They're different folks.
particularly secure building. And I didn't want to say this, but this is why.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's replaying. My bad. There we go. But yeah, he didn't want to say it, but that's why we need the ballroom, guys. Is because this dude that, like, Naruto ran through a lobby and got tackled immediately before letting off any shots. Apparently, all those shots fired were just the Secret Service, and none of them hit the actual guy that was running towards the area. But he just got down and he got tackled. Also interesting, assassin wasn't on FBI's radar, sources say. Are you serious? Really? Cash wasn't on top of this? Leaked Cole Allen resume plus former friends shed light on alleged attacker. So this is from Ken Klippenstein, by the way. Everyone, if you're not following him, you should definitely go follow him because, yeah, really, really good independent reporter. Gets a lot of good sources. A lot of people will talk to him that don't usually talk to, mainstream press. So yeah, this is the shooter. Cole Allen was never flagged by the FBI's sprawling domestic counterterrorism apparatus. Sources, including a senior FBI official, tell me the 31-year-old alleged gunman who attempted to penetrate the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday was, by all appearances, a normal guy until he wasn't. Yep. And this is crazy too because, like, look at all this fucking surveillance we got, like, going on at all times. Like, you think about, like, a toaster and one appears in your ads through your social media in like half a second. Allen himself was reportedly stunned by what he called the insane lack of security at the Washington Hilton, a venue that hosted the dinner for decades and was the site of the attempt on Ronald Reagan's life in 1981. Okay, fun fact, didn't know that. Video shows that after the guests were seated, the Secret Service agents and D.C. Metropolitan Police security people were just shooting the shit as Allen ran by. So they were just standing around talking. They were just like, oh, yeah, it's good. What the fuck? Did you just see? What? Huh? Now, rumors are already swirling that Allen is some anti-Christian zealot aided by a network of left-wing compatriots. Nah. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says the FBI is looking into whether Allen was operating alone. But who was he exactly, and what does he represent? The answer, drawn from a copy of his resume I obtained and interviews with people who knew him, is unsettling in its ordinariness. Huh. So yeah, like I was saying, this guy's a really good reporter. Allen graduated from Caltech in 2017, a Pasadena STEM powerhouse behind 24 Nobel laureates and NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Huh. With a mechanical engineering degree, he went to work for IJK Controls LLC, a small Southern California engineering firm, where he worked on the kind of precision hardware that keeps cameras and sensors stable on moving platforms, the technology used in drones, satellites, and military targeting systems, as well as software for beaming data between devices using laser beams instead of radio waves. Oh, cool. Before Caltech, he'd interned a biomedical startup, designing 3D printed casings for medical devices and building the specialized clamps and fixtures used to attach electrodes during manufacturing. So that's pretty cool. He also made video games, not modded existing ones, but built them from the ground up. His most notable project, Boredom, was entirely his own. The underlying physics system that governed how objects moved and collided, 750 original graphics, and a score he comprised himself. Jesus Christ, this guy's, like, done a lot of fucking really interesting shit. Like, that's crazy. This dude just, like, threw away his entire life. Former classmates say this feat wasn't uncommon at Tech Savvy Caltech, where seniors often build elaborate puzzle games for underclassmen, a tradition called Ditch Day Stack. Huh. Alan, by all accounts, threw himself into that endeavor. He seemed proud of it, one former classmate told me. The Alan his classmates described was studious, devout, and polite. He was pretty prominent at the Caltech Christian Fellowship, one acquaintance and former classmate told me. Pretty Christian and mellow. Yeah. So not the anti-Christian radical left lunatic that they're trying to portray him so far, huh? If I didn't see his face eating carpet, I never would have believed it. He had. Okay, that's certainly one way to word that sentence. Referring to the photo of Alan on the ground after police officers finally subdued him. I don't know about finally. Didn't they just get him down pretty quickly? Anyway, that detail of his faith flies in the face of how President Trump has characterized the attack. When you read his manifesto, he hates Christians, Trump told Fox News. He hates Christians, a hatred. Okay, really? Did he say that? That's crazy. Well,
the wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually.
oh yeah, that's the video showing him working on that project that locks wheelchairs into place better than the locks they had on before. So that's pretty cool. Thought that link would take me to a video of what they were just talking about.
Just open the door.
No. All right. Well, I'm assuming that's just a printed quote. A blizzard of unnamed administration officials echoed this Trump claim in major media outlets. But that's not what the manifesto says. And if anything, it appears that Trump's portrayal of himself as Jesus Christ, the AI-generated image of robed Trump healing the sick. Excuse me, that was actually Trump being a doctor. Okay. Might have provoked Allen. Oh, interesting. Also, an alleged copy of his manifesto reported by the New York Post shows Allen invoking Christian theology to defend the shooting, working through gospel passages one by one, like someone who had spent real time with the Bible. In a section of the manifesto titled Rebuttal to Objections, the first rebuttal addresses the gospel injunction to turn the other cheek, a teaching from the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5:38-39, where Jesus instructs his followers not to retaliate against personal wrongs done to them. Allen reframes it as inapplicable where others are the ones suffering. Objection 1. As a Christian, you should turn the other cheek. Rebuttal. Turning the other cheek is for when you yourself are oppressed. I'm not the person raped in a detention camp. I'm not the fisherman executed without trial. I'm not a school kid blown up or a child starved or a teenage girl abused by the many criminals in this administration. Turning the other cheek when someone else is oppressed is not Christian behavior. It is the complicity in the oppressor's crimes. I mean, yeah, those are the words in the manifesto right there. Then he addresses the render unto Caesar, a phrase from the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew 22:21, Matthew 12:17, and Luke 20:25, in which Jesus, when asked whether Jews should pay taxes to Rome, replies that one should give to Caesar what is Caesar's and to God what is God's. The passage has been cited for centuries to argue for deference to political authority. Yeah, that's true. Allen disputes that framing on constitutional grounds. Objection 5. Yield unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Rebuttal. The United States of America are ruled by the law, not by one or several people. Insofar as representatives and judges do not follow the law, no one is required to yield them anything so unlawfully ordered. A third reference to religion appears in a brief thank you to his church. Thank you to my family, both personal and church, for the love over these 31 years. All right. Allen's reported Blue Sky social media account also contains repeated reference to Christianity, including one from earlier this month in which he identifies, quote, as a Protestant, and repeated comparisons of Trump to the Antichrist. On April 13th, in response to Trump's Jesus image, Allen replied, quoting a verse from Revelations about the Antichrist that now reads like foreshadowing. Quote, there will be no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of his name. Perhaps the sharpest irony comes from a story former classmates shared with me. All right. You know what? We're going to stop it right there. Go to kenklippenstein.com and read the rest of this article. I don't want to just like take his whole shit here. But yeah. Definitely go subscribe to him on Substack. Do all that stuff for sure. He's got a lot of good reporting, especially around events like this. Let's get out of there. Get out of there. What do we got up next? Oh yes. In light of all these, crazy assassination attempts, Al Jazeera went ahead and put out this timeline: Trump assassination attempts and security incidents. So the incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is only one of a series of security-related events involving Trump since 2024. A lot of stuff. Yep, we remember that. Mm-hmm. Don't we remember this, folks? Donald Trump and top White House officials were evacuated from an annual media gala event after an armed minister. Yeah, we know that. Thank you. All right, let's go here. July 2024. Trump shot at Pennsylvania rally. Allegedly. U.S. president was injured in a shooting at a campaign rally in Butler County on 14 July 2024, 3 months before he was elected president for a second term. Yep. Mm-hmm. Trump spoke to the crowd. At least 5 gunshots were heard around 6:15 p.m. He dropped down when multiple U.S. service agents rushed onto the stage to shield him. Several minutes later, he was helped to his feet by the agents and escorted off stage, doing the whole fight thing. Yep. I remember. Do you guys remember? Isn't that insane? That was literally only 2 years ago. Like, what the fuck is time anymore? That feels like it was 20 years ago with the way the news cycle works right now. Kind of insane. Yeah, and this there, like, do we even remember there was 2 attempts in the same year? Like, I didn't remember this. 2024, there was 2 of them. Like, holy shit. So September of 2024, second assassination attempt. This was the one where Trump was at his West Palm Springs resort. Yeah, Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, we know. Okay. When the incident occurred about 2 p.m. local time. So this was that dude that approached him on his golf course. That makes sense. According to local media reports, Trump was moving between holes 5 and 6. Okay, good to know. Good to know. With his friend and now envoy Steve Witkoff when gunshots were heard. The course was quickly locked down. Officials said the Secret Service spotted a gun barrel in some bushes. Okay. Multiple officers fired at least 4 rounds at him. It was unclear if the suspect fired back at the agents. Still? It's from 2 years ago. The suspect was identified as 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Ruth. Prosecutors said Ruth had stayed in South Florida for about a month, and the mobile phone records placed him in the vicinity of the golf course in Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. In February, Ruth was sentenced to life in prison after being convicted of plotting to kill Trump. Also, I just got to point out the wording of this here. So officials said that Secret Service agents spotted a gun barrel in some bushes. Like, what if it wasn't that? What if it was like I don't know, like a rake or something that somebody like that? Like, how do you spot a gun barrel like that in some bushes? Was it really obvious? Maybe the guy was really dumb. I thought he had gone after him with like a shotgun up close, but I guess not. Maybe that's some Mandela stuff. I guess we'll never know. I was gonna say I guess we'll see, but no, we won't. So that was 2 times in 2024. Wow, they really like September for some reason. September 2025, off-duty policeman infiltrates Trump's security team. I don't remember this one. Melvin Eng, an officer with New York Police Department, turned up at the Ryder Cup golf tournament at Bethpage Black Course in New York, armed and in full tactical gear, pretending to be part of Trump's security detail, U.S. media report. I literally don't even remember this one. That's crazy. It was later discovered that Eng was on sick leave, had no official assignment to the part of the president's detail, and had no assigned role at the event. Yeah, no shit. You just explained that. The incident reportedly led to his suspension pending further investigation. What? Okay, so this is not just like assassination attempts. This is like security breaches that they're going through. But yeah, that's crazy. So you can just... I'm not even going to say that. Apparently, this guy just showed up in like tactical gear and they just stood around with the officers near Trump, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm part of this," and like, you got away with it until they looked further into him. They're like, "Wait, who's this guy?" That's crazy. That's fucking wild. February 2026, gunman killed after crashing security perimeter at Trump home. Man carrying a gas can and shock. Oh, okay, so this is the one I was thinking of. God, this was only a few months ago. This is crazy. A man carrying a gas can and shotgun was fatally shot by Secret Service agents after crashing his vehicle into a security perimeter of Mar-a-Lago Resort in Florida. So damn, I guess that first one I read off was the one I was thinking of down here, so I don't even remember that other one. The president was in Washington at the time. Police identified attacker as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin from North Carolina. His family had reported him missing, and it's not clear what his motive was. Yeah. I mean, pick one, right? Yeah. I think that might be all I have. Let me just double check and go through this here. And I always go and talk to you guys over here in the chat. How's everybody doing? I know I missed a bunch of your chats. My bad. I was trying to look over. So how many official attempts have been made at this point? It looked like it was officially like 3 to 4. Because it looks like that guy, they didn't say that the guy that infiltrated his security team was trying to kill him or anything. It just said that he was under investigation. So I don't even know why that guy was included. But if it was like these two, I think 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Plus this last one, if you could call that an attempt, because he didn't make it anywhere near the actual event venue. I was trying not to say fucking ballroom. Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna go with 4. I think it's 4 officially. But you know, Trump needs that ballroom. I think the takeaway from all this is, I think we need to get Trump his big beautiful ballroom. And if you learned anything today, that's what you should take away from all this. For sure. Right, and the only shots were fired by officers. Yeah, they were literally, I'm pretty sure like one of the Secret Service guys like shot one of the other guys. As far as it's what it's looking like. I mean, they didn't say it that way, but they like, you know, the surrounding wording around it definitely, you know, leads me to believe that. They're like 5 shots were fired. Like the suspect was not hit. 1 Secret Service member was hit with bullets. The guy that was the suspect did not fire anything at that guy. It's like, okay, so are you? It's a lot of sneaky wording to just be like, yeah, Secret Service were like so fucking blown away that this guy was trying to Naruto run past them that they just fucking like shot each other trying to get this guy. And apparently he just like got down immediately. He's like, fuck, nope, I give up. Nope. Without a single shot being actually hitting him. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah. Let's see, do we got anybody else in here? How's everybody doing? Did you guys have a good time today? Pretty good stuff. You learn a lot. Well, I think that is all of the news I have to dive into right now. It's just a very small chunk. Obviously, go dig deeper into the things I've brought up. There's always a lot more to get into. Yeah, huge shout out to NH Talk and all these people that just subscribed. Yeah, you guys are fucking cool. So what I'm gonna do now is end this here stream, but I will be back in a little while to play some games. So we're gonna play some games. We're gonna talk to the chat. We're gonna hang out. So anybody that's down for that, I'll see you in a little bit. And yeah. Peace out, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that stuff, do all that bullshit. No, seriously, it really helped me out. Please. Okay, thank you. Bye.